Spike Lee's Summer of Sam. It's the movie about the brutal serial killer who called himself Son of Sam.
Double homicide.
Police received a letter from the .44 caliber killer, calling himself the Son of Sam.
David Berkowitz, the infamous Son of Sam, is one of America's most notorious serial killers. A dark-haired monster with a devilish smirk who shot 13 people in cold blood, killing 6 right in the heart of New York City. The great director and famous New Yorker Spike Lee lived through Son of Sam's 13-month killing spree, and Spike revealed just how terrifying it was in his iconic true crime movie, The Summer of Sam.
You busy tomorrow night? I'd really like to see you again.
Berkowitz's rampage kept New York on edge during a reign of horror that lasted from 1976 to 1977. And the reason he was killing? He claimed his neighbor was an agent of the devil and used his dog to command him to kill.
I thought I killed you, Mr. Blackthorn. How did you get in here? Leave me alone! What do you want?
The cops finally caught up with Son of Sam in the red-hot summer of 1977 after the largest manhunt in New York's history. When the NYPD cuffed Berkowitz, he told them, "What took you so long?" Now, Son of Sam's infamy has been caught on film forever by Spike Lee's genius in one of the best true crime films of all time.
I am the monster, Beelzebub.
Well, the man who brought Son of Sam to life in Spike's film is the great Michael Badalucco. And just like Spike, Michael is a native New Yorker who witnessed the terror of that summer. In fact, before he even took the role, he actually had to make sure his mom was okay with him playing New York's most infamous serial killer. Thankfully, she was. So now you have to watch what else Michael revealed to me about our #4 true crime film, Summer of Sam. How close did Spike Lee's interpretation of that time come to actually representing what you were really feeling, the real fear that everyone was feeling that summer before Berkowitz was finally captured?
Well, you know, what he captured in the film was the tension. He focused on an Italian-American neighborhood in the Bronx and the denizens of that neighborhood. And they were looking to catch this guy, and they didn't know how to do it. And then they came upon, oh, there you have Adrian, right. He turned into a punk rocker, and they started suspecting him and saying, wow, this guy is weird. Maybe he's the guy. And then there was all kinds of tension. And I think that's what he captured in the movie. That tension was throughout the city, in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, in Queens. You didn't know where to turn. You didn't know if you can go outside. You didn't know what was lurking in the weeds. And he captured that in the movie. And I was pretty psychotic in the movie too, I guess.
Yes, you were.
To a dog there.
And it was obviously this huge, iconic moment in American history. But when you were making Summer of Sam with Spike, did you ever think to yourself at any point, hey, you know, this could become or is going to become one of the most successful true crime movies of all time?
You know, I never really thought about that. I know when he announced the project, there was a big controversy surrounding it. I mean, a lot of the victims' families would write letters to the newspapers, and there were protests, and people were sort of against wanting to relive that whole horrific time. But he went ahead with it, and I think films at their best sort of show us a way to look at events like this and put perspective on it. Maybe we could learn something from it.
So we know you had to check with Mom, but I got to know, when Spike said, hey, you know what, Michael, I want you to play this guy, Son of Sam, did you pause for maybe even just a moment and think, you know what, the guys in the neighborhood, they're never going to let me live this down?
Well, yeah. You know, I said, what do you mean? You know, why would I be the Son of Sam? He goes, you look like him. I said, you look like him. He goes, you know, the Son of Sam was Italian. His real name was Falco. I said, oh, he was an Italian guy? That's even worse, I said. Let me think about this. But you know what? It was a job, and I thought about it. And like I say, I just wanted to sort of get into, for me as an actor, what was it like to be so evil? What is your mind like? How do you get into the essence of the evil? You know, Spike didn't really focus on the character of David Berkowitz, but he focused on, as far as the Son of Sam went, the essence of that evil. You know, what makes a person tick that wants to go out and do this? And that's what I found very rewarding working on it.
Thanks to the great character actor Michael Badalucco. Such a fascinating perspective on the infamous serial killer Son of Sam.